Hello and welcome to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, where we are going to be discussing on some interesting developing stories. We start with left back Jordi Alba, as it has been reported that the Barcelona captain's World Cup prospects is under serious threat after falling down the pecking order. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then secondly, talking about legendary Barcelona right back Dani Alves. Having a recent interview, he spoke about Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Pelé and his retirement. We are going to be discussing on everything Dani Alves had to say on that. So guys, as we get right into this story, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do well to subscribe. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. It has been a strange kind of season for Barcelona captain Jordi Alba so far. Normally, one of the first names on the team sheet, Jordi Alba has seen his stature within the side fall drastically in the current campaign. Indeed, after a disappointing display in the season opener against Rayo Vallecano, Xavi decided to bench Alba in favor of teenage prospect Alejandro Balde, and the young La Masia product has taken full advantage of the situation by establishing himself as the first choice in the position. Furthermore, the arrival of Marcos Alonso late in the summer has served to push Alba further down the pecking order. Indeed, the ex-Chelsea ace was preferred for the high-profile encounter against Bayern Munich this week, even though he had played just 12 minutes of football up until that point this term. So it serves to indicate that Alba is now the third choice left back at Barcelona. And as reported by Marca, such a situation has put his spot in Spain's squad for the FIFA World Cup 2022 under serious threat. Of the 7 matches that Barcelona have played in all competitions this term, Alba has featured in just 4, racking up a mere 216 minutes of action. Given his reduced involvement, Spain manager Luis Enrique might not consider him for a spot in the World Cup squad, with other options like Jose Gaya of Valencia, Marco Correa of Chelsea, and even Alonso available at his disposal. Alba was offered a way out of this by Barcelona as they had reached an agreement with Inter Milan late in the transfer window to loan the veteran left back out of the rest of the campaign. However, Jordi Alba opted to stay and fight for his place at Spotify Camp Nou. His decision may now end up costing him a place on the flight to Qatar come November. This season has already been a very bad season for Jordi Alba, with just barely 7 games in all competitions. Alba is now the third choice when it comes to the left back department. Alejandro Balde have been Xavi's preferred choice, and things even got worse for Alba when Barca went for Marcos Alonso late in the summer transfer window. So it's now reported that Alba is feeling as though he may not be called for the World Cup. It's risky because now he hardly plays. Had it been it was just Alejandro Balde being his only competition, it could have been better. But when Xavi decided to buy another left back in Marcos Alonso in the last day of the transfer window, things even become more complicated for Alba, who is now always benched, right? So he feels frustrated, and I think he deserves to be. Alba does not really contribute a lot again to this team, and he needs to understand that his time is coming to an end. Barca were seriously looking to loan him out. We quite remember when the transfer window was coming to an end, Barca were seriously looking to loan him out to Inter Milan. It came as a shock to most of us because most of these veterans, it's just like they'll stay here till they retire, but it seemed as though Barca wanted to let Alba leave, but on a loan deal. But the player was angry that Barca did not even mention it to him. They were doing it behind his back, and he refused that he wants to stay and fight for his place. Fighting for your place, and now you have 2 other competitors at left back. I very much doubt how often Alba will be playing for Barcelona now that Xavi have 2 other better players than him. Alba is a legend, no doubt, in this club, but he needs to understand that his time at the club is coming to an end. He does not have that speed. He does not have that, the form is not there anymore. The game against Rayo Vallecano, the match day 1 in La Liga, he was really poor, and that's the reason why I think the manager just decided that, just sit on the bench throughout the season And luckily enough, Alejandro Bade have been proving it. During preseason, we saw a lot from Bade playing so well, and I think it was good. And the games that he have played so far, no complaints. I think Bade have been decent, doing good at left back. His pace is outstanding, and now Alonso is there as well. So let's see how it's gonna look like for Alba. If actually Luis Enrique will call him for the World Cup, because if Alba is not called for the World Cup, it's gonna be a big disaster for him. I don't know if he will take it like a personal issue with manager Xavi for him being the reason why he has not been called for the World Cup. But let's see. I hope he's been called, because at least he plays some football. At least it's not like he's on the bench throughout. Then moving on to the next story of discussion, Dani Alves recently sat down with ESPN journalist Hugo Sanchez in a long interview session that saw him discuss many things, including his experience of facing Cristiano Ronaldo. The former Barca ace was also asked about the comparisons between Pelé and Messi. While he offered his respect to the latter, the defender hailed Messi as the best player of all time. He said, "I stay with Pelé for one reason. Football has changed. Messi's changed a generation. All those people who are more than football, I'm going to stay with them. And besides, I am Brazilian. For me, Pelé should not enter in that debate. If you ask me who is the best player in history, I would say Messi. Pelé doesn't fit in there." But then, asked about Cristiano Ronaldo, Dani Alves did not shy his opening up, labeling the Portuguese international as one of the most difficult players to play against. Alves even claimed that Ronaldo was the most difficult rival he has played against, stating that, "Cristiano Ronaldo, this bastard doesn't let you breathe for a second. I didn't do too badly, but it's very hard. He's a scoring machine." Apart from his comments on Ronaldo, Alves also talked about Pumas, his current club, as well as potential retirement. He said, "First, before requesting anything, I like to deliver. I have a year to prove myself with this team. I wouldn't have a problem. I need to show them that I can, that together we can build a very cool team in Mexico that plays in a different way, that young people take a step forward," said Alves when asked about his prospects at Pumas. The Brazilian went on to talk about his retirement, saying that, "I don't like to think about the future because it's always unknown. I let life take me. If Messi passes me in titles, I'm going to play until I'm 50. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please don't forget to do so you always stay up to date with the latest on FC Barcelona here on this channel. Until next time, it's bye for now.